हेलो गाइस, कैसे आप सभी लोग। वेलकम बैक टू अनदर वीडियो। तो गाइस, जैसा कि आप सभी लोगों को याद होगा कि लास्ट वाली वीडियो में हमने ग्रेट पर्सनालिटीज के बारे में जाना था और आज वाली वीडियो में हम द वर्किंग ऑफ द यूनाइटेड नेशन के बारे में जानेंगे। तो चलिए शुरू करते हैं। द वर्किंग ऑफ द यूनाइटेड नेशन। The working of the United Nations. Like any other organization, the United Nations also has several functions. It aims to maintain peace by settling disputes between nations through negotiation and preventing armed conflicts. He provides technical and scientific expertise in various fields like agriculture, education, health, etc. It needs international cooperation in solving humanitarian, economic, and cultural problems. It is a center where the efforts of various national nations are combined to attain all these aims. To become a member of the United Nations, the foremost qualification is a nation's desire for world peace. It should accept the UN Charter's provision. Organs of the UN. The work of the United Nations is carried out with mutual cooperation of six main organs: General Assembly, Security Council, Economic and Social Council, Trusteeship Council, International Court of Justice, Secretariat. General Assembly. It is the main and the largest body of the UN. It is made up of all member nations. It is based in New York City, USA. The Assembly meets once a year from mid-September to mid-December. As it is the policy-making body, votes are cast by every member nation when a decision needs to be taken. A decision is confirmed when two-thirds of the members are in its favor. Emergency meetings are held during a crisis. Assembly's members elect a president to preside over the assembly. The assembly has the power to admit new members to the UN. There are 193 members of the UN. The Security Council. It is responsible for the maintenance of peace and security in the world. It has 15 members, out of which 5 are permanent members while the other 10 are non-permanent members. The 5 permanent member nations are China, France, United Kingdom, Russia, and the United States. These members are the most powerful. The decisions taken by them are final as they have veto powers. The Economic and Social Council, ECOSOC. It promotes the welfare of people and works for human rights and fundamental freedom. It has a network of organizations to help the poor, the sick, and those who cannot read or write. A number of groups were under this council. They are called commissions. This council concentrates on the status of women, finance matters, world trade, and welfare of world population in general. The International Court of Justice. It settles legal disputes between nations. It is located at the Hague in Holland. It has 15 judges belonging to different member nations. They serve for 9 years in the International Court of Justice and advise on international laws. No two judges may represent the same country. When a case is being judged, a minimum of 9 judges need to be present. The decision by this court must be abided at all costs. The Trusteeship Council. It supervises the welfare of dependent people under the UN and helps to attain self-governance. All the countries have now become independent and have joined the UN. The last one was Palau, which became independent in 1994. The Trusteeship Council is no more functional now. The Secretariat. It is the administrative organ of the United Nations. It is located at the headquarters of the UN in New York City. The Secretariat General is the chief officer or head of the Secretariat. He works on pressing matters on concern on the agenda of the UN. Any problem which threatens the peace and security of the world is brought to notice by him. He reports on the US work all over the world. Secretary General of the United Nations at present in Antonio Guterres of Portugal. Agencies of the United Nations. A number of agencies have been set up by the UN to perform various functions. Some of them are UNESCO, United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization, UNICEF, United National Nations Children Fund, WHO, World Health Organization, FAO, Food and Agricultural Organization, ILO, International Labour Organization, UNESCO. Its headquarters are located in Paris and France. It promotes scientific education in backward countries. It aims to educate people in the world, especially women. It teaches now method of farming and promotes hygienic living. It also encourages change of cultural programs among countries through visits of students and teachers. It helps to preserve old monuments and World Heritage Sites. UNICEF. It was set up after the Second World War as United Nations International Children's Emergency Fund to meet the needs of children affected by war. It collects and distributes funds to resolve the needs of the children all over the world. It provides food and medicine for children all over the world. It is based in New York, USA. It stations medical officers all over the world to provide vaccinations and basic health care to children. They also spread messages on how to bring up healthy children as they are the future of the world. In our country, UNICEF is helping in many programs. Anganwadi is one of such programs. UNICEF makes greeting cards and sells them in the market to generate funds for the organization. WHO. Its headquarters are in Geneva, in Switzerland. The aim of WHO is to fight, prevent, and cure diseases all over the world. Tuberculosis, malaria, and other such epidemics are prevented by the following their instructions. They provide inoculations against deadly diseases, especially in backward countries. FAO. Its headquarters are in Rome. The FAO launched the Freedom from Hunger campaign. It makes available the source for improving food production. It is done by providing countries with better seeds, controlling crop and animal diseases by improving irrigation facilities and by providing better means of conservation of soil, forests, etc. ILO. This organization works for welfare of the working classes all over the world. It aims to promote social justice, improve conditions of work and living standard of the workers. Achievements of the UN. The primary aim of the UN is to maintain peace and security in the world. The threat of a World War III hangs on our heads. So far, any incident or event which was may led to this war have been controlled by the UN. The UN has been successful in preventing the use and spread of destructive weapons and atom bombs. It has been successful in reduction of poverty, illiteracy, hunger, and diseases in many parts of the world. During Asian tsunamis of 2004, the UN volunteers, in collaboration with various UN specialized agencies such as UNHCR, United Nations High Commission, Commissioner for Refugees, and UNDP, United Nations Development Programme, took part in rescue efforts and relief work in various countries of Asia. थैंक यू। आज की इस वाली वीडियो में इतना ही। मिलते हैं अगली वीडियो में। गुड बाय।